She streaked across the sky on the back of a night wraith, ruled her people through fire and fear, and somehow managed to steal every single scene she was in. And now, the actress who plays her wants answers just as badly as the rest of us. Welcome back. And today we are talking about one of the most talked about characters in the entire Avatar franchise right now, Varang, the Ash people leader from Avatar. Fire and ash, and the burning questions that even her own actress says need to be answered in Avatar 4. So first, let's set the stage for anyone who may not have caught Avatar. Fire and ash yet. Varang is the leader of the Manquan clan, also called the Ash people, a Na'vi tribe that lives in the shadow of Pandora's most dangerous volcanoes. Years of devastation and loss turned them away from Iwa, the spiritual force that most Na'vi hold sacred. Varang doesn't pray, she dominates, she commands, and she does it all with a level of intensity and charisma that fans simply were not prepared for. Played by Oona Chaplin, yes, granddaughter of the legendary Charlie Chaplin, Varang entered the Avatar universe like a force of nature. And the internet absolutely lost it. Fan pages, edits, reaction videos, this character became a phenomenon practically overnight. But here's the thing. The movie ended, the dust settled, and we were left with a whole lot of unanswered questions. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or I suppose the Na'vi warrior in the volcano. By the end of Fire and Ash, Varang is alive. We know that. But her partner in chaos, Colonel Miles Quaritch, jumps backward off a floating rock and disappears into a fiery pit. His fate. Officially unconfirmed. Now their relationship throughout the film was something audiences genuinely did not see coming. Quaritch, a human consciousness uploaded into a Na'vi body, and Varang, a deeply spiritual yet anti-spiritual Na'vi warrior, found something in each other that neither had found anywhere else. A match, an equal, someone who met their intensity without flinching. Oona Chaplin herself has spoken about this. She says she genuinely believes Varang loves Quaritch, even though that love is complicated, twisted, and wrapped in power dynamics that could fill a psychology textbook. She wants Avatar 4 to dig into exactly that. What does love look like for a woman like Varang? And where does that love go when the person she loves might not even be alive anymore? Here's another angle that Chaplin raised, and honestly, it's one that deserves way more attention. The Tulkun, those massive, whale-like creatures from Avatar, the Way of Water broke one of their most sacred ancestral traditions in Fire and Ash. They went to war. These beings who had maintained a code of peace for generations picked a side and fought, and then the movie just ended. No check-in, no resolution for them emotionally or spiritually. Chaplin said it herself, she wants to know how the Tulkun are doing. How are they processing what they did? What does it mean for a species built around peace to have crossed that line? That is not a small question. That is potentially one of the most profound threads in this entire saga, and Avatar 4 is going to have to address it. So where does Varang go from here? Chaplin has made it clear she plans to stay in this franchise for as long as James Cameron will have her. She's joked about playing Varang all the way through Avatar 9 if it comes to that. And given how audiences responded to this character, nobody would complain. But the more interesting question isn't whether she comes back, it's who she comes back as. Throughout Fire and Ash, Varang went from ruthless warrior queen to something more strategic, more calculated. Her time with Quaritch broadened her worldview. She went from leading with brute force to thinking several moves ahead. That evolution sets up a very different kind of antagonist for Avatar 4. Not just someone looking for a fight, but someone with a plan. And the Ash people themselves have a whole arc ahead of them. What role do they play in the larger war for Pandora? Do they continue to side with the humans, or does something shift? Meanwhile, keep in mind, portions of Avatar 4 have already been filmed. The studio moved quickly to capture footage with the younger cast members before they aged out of their roles. Whether Varang is in any of that footage, Chaplin isn't saying. Avatar 4 is currently slated for December 2029. Yes, that is a long wait, but this franchise has never been in a hurry, and at this point, audiences have shown they're willing to wait. In my opinion, Varang is the single best thing to happen to this franchise since the original film. She brings an energy and a complexity that the Avatar sequels desperately needed. The Jake and Neytiri love story is beautiful, but it is familiar. Varang and Quaritch, that is something entirely new. Dark, unpredictable, and genuinely compelling. If James Cameron uses Avatar 4 to put Varang front and center, and really explore who she is beyond the battlefield, this next chapter could be the strongest one yet. The world of Pandora is bigger, messier, and more fascinating than ever. And with Varang in the picture, Avatar 4 has a lot to live up to and a lot of story left to tell. So I'll leave you with this. Do you think Varang is the future of the Avatar franchise?